Welcome to the 2006 Alexian Brothers Tour of Elk Grove. Alongside Eddie Van Geist, I am Mitch Robinson. And Eddie, a first-time event here in Elk Grove Village. They did it right. There's a lot of money on the table.
You know, they did it more than right. $100,000 in cash for a 100-kilometer, 62-mile event. It's unheard of, Mitch, in the United States of America. With this amount of money right now, Elk Grove is on the map of professional international cycling.
Going beyond the money, the track itself is also beautiful and technical.
I love the course they came up with. It's an L-shaped course, 2.3 miles per lap, and it's got two hairpins, tricky hairpins that would give problems to Grand Prix motorsport racers. It's a very technical course, and it's fast. It'll prove to be exciting.
So the money and the track have not only attracted some of the best American cyclists, but also cyclists from around the world.
Absolutely, and let's start talking about some of the favorites. We're going to start with the hometown boy. This Chicago kid has had just the mob around him all day long. Christian Vande Velde, who finished 24th in the Tour de France, former Olympian national champion. He's here. His CSC teammate, David Zabriskie, wore the yellow jersey in 2005 in the Tour de France after winning the prologue time trial. Chris Horner, the Wiedemann Lotto team, he's a legend in American cycling. He's won almost every major race in the United States and many over in Europe. Gord Fraser, the Canadian of Health Net, he can fly with the best at the finish of a race. He's looking to win another big race. We've got Hilton Clark and Vasily Davydenko of the Navigators team. Hilton is an Aussie, and then Davydenko is a Russian. Both these guys excel with their speed at the end of a bike race. Then we've got Emil Abraham from Trinidad Tobago, and finally a guy you and I saw win in Downers Grove at the U.S. Pro Criterium Championship. Tony Cruz is here. Besides those riders, Mitch, there's another 10 to 15 that have a great chance of winning the Alexian Brothers Tour of Elk Grove.
The weather is perfect and the racers are ready, so let's get this going in Elk Grove Village. Gord, they say farewell tour. Nice purse to be out there for you on this one.
Geez, if there was purses like this, I'd still be racing, but it's great to be here in Elk Grove. We, as racers, we really appreciate this incredible prize purse, and let's hope it's the start of great things to come for this race. This is amazing.
You show up here, what got you to come out to this event? What was it about?
Honestly, it's a prize money. It's huge. We definitely need more races like this because, you know, that's what we're always training hard for, to make that money. So I told my team, I'm going to fly out. It's on my own bill, so I'm here.
A lot of money on the line for an inaugural race. What are the thoughts right before you get started on that?
Well, I think all of us who have never been to Elk Grove before, this is it's a great way to see a different part of Chicago, and you know, to put up this money for the race, it brings out everybody. And you got some of the best in the world here.
Thanks a lot, man. Good luck today. And we're underway as this event gets rolling in Elk Grove. Over 100 pro racers taking part.
You know, 100 is the key word, Mitch, because it's 100K, 100 kilometers for 100K, 100 grand, 25,000 going to the winner. There's never been a single day event with this kind of purse, $100,000. And it's been so well organized by everybody here in Elk Grove Village.
It's a new event, but there are advantages for those with experience.
Well, the advantages for myself are simple. It's just because I've come off of the Tour de France, so I have a lot of form coming into this, and it features a lot of strength areas that I excel in on these particular, where we're going to have the complete U-turns, and then you got to keep accelerating. We're doing a 60-mile race. You have 2 hard turns in it that you're going to have to accelerate, so you have 120 times of really accelerating hard on top of the numerous times in between those corners where we're going to be accelerating. So that's where one of the advantages I have. Also, when I come to a race like this, I've come by myself. I have no teammates here, but they've limited the size of the teams to only 5-man each, which helps me too. So the big advantages for me to come into this race versus a lot of the other races around the country.
Trickiest courses I've ever seen, because in 2.3 miles per lap, you've got 2 of these hairpin turns. Hey, there's Andy Crater, Mitch. Andy Crater's having a great year. I love his nickname. They call him Andy the Volcano Crater, and now the volcano's smoking. trying to get away from the field.
That's the start-finish line for the first lap as they head down the front stretch. The whole crew all right behind Andy. It looks like that breakaway is not really going to be successful.
No, and it looks like Colavita, led by Mark McCormick, a former U.S. Pro National Road Racing champion. They have caught Andy Crater, so his breakaway attempt has failed.
How tough is it coming around that hairpin turn with so many bikes wide?
Well, you know what? It's real tough, and what makes it really difficult is you've got to go slow through the hairpin, and then you've got to accelerate out of it. Stop and go effect in bike racing is most difficult on a human body, like stop and go driving your car.
You always have the auto working in there. You race lover. Here's Reed Mumford. He has the early break now, and a nice lead over the pack, about 20 meters.
He is a local favorite. He rides for a team called ABD, Athletes by Design. They are out of Chicagoland. Reed has had a wonderful season. He did very well in the International Cycling Classic, placing second in a big stage in Howard. Reed Mumford's a good one. ABD's an excellent team.
Reed taking early control with the entire race behind him, over 100 thick. You see some of the teams forming. As we go to break, we have plenty more to come at the Tour of Elk Grove. We're just getting started, as is Reed.
Special Events Management presents the 2006 Alexian Brothers International Cycling Classic Tour of Elk Grove. Today's program is brought to you by Alexian Brothers, Elk Grove Village, Gullo International Development, the State of Illinois, and National City.
Welcome back to Elk Grove Village with 23 laps to go. Reed Mumford still has the early lead by a nice margin over the pack, Eddie.
Well, that's what makes this kid very special. He's an aggressive rider. He's a mean, lean racing machine from Athletes by Design. But look at the field, chasing right now. Morton Christensen in the yellow helmet. And you know what? Interesting story, Mitch. He's wearing the jersey of Team Mayor, and I'm talking Mayor Craig Johnson of Elk Grove Village. He's the spirit behind this event. There's an event called the Mayor's Challenge. It's going to take place this weekend, and you know that's going to bring out a lot of people. But both Morton Christensen and Jakob Nielsen are riding for Team Mayor.
And it's important to get the people out here to support this event because obviously with such a big purse, everyone that can come out and help will help all the local businesses, and that is one of the goals of having the Tour of Elk Grove.
That's the nice thing about this. We're impacting hotels, we're impacting businesses, we're impacting restaurants, and we're putting a focus on Elk Grove Village that may have not been there prior. And we're talking about a town that has 3,800 businesses, and to be able to profile them, and not only nationally, but internationally. I mean, we're getting coverage from around the world on this race, and we truly intend, and I'm sure as the mayor and everyone else has talked about, we intend for this to be the premier criterium event in the United States, if not the world.
Thanks, Tony. Back to the action. It looks like they're getting in position for the hot spot sprint.
Yeah, you got a couple of great riders from Jelly Belly, a fine pro team. Bryce Jones and David McCook, a couple of former national champions up front. Hot spot sprint action. Oh, look at this. Brad Huff wins hot spot sprint number 1. TIAA Cref. Andy Crater in second place. And Mitch, this is the first of 3 sprints. The top 3 places are going to share $16,000 with first place getting $7,500.
That's amazing. 22 laps to go, and we talked with the main sponsor, Alexian Brothers, and Matt Wakely, and spoke about why they were so eager to get involved in the Tour of Elk Grove.
Well, when we first talked about this, what seems now years ago, Mayor Johnson had a vision for bringing what would be the premier cycling event in the nation here to Elk Grove. Alexian Brothers Medical Center has always supported community venues. We are a sponsor of a minor league baseball team. We do quite a bit in the community in the towns that we serve. It did take much of Craig's hype to really convince all of us that this is the thing to do. We were familiar with other pro criteriums in the area in Downers Grove and saw what it did for that community. Knowing Craig and his verve for everything, that we knew this would be bigger and better. And to come out here today and to see all the people and the course laid out just like Craig envisioned, a year or plus ago, it's very heartwarming, and it's going to be a wonderful event for the community and will continue to grow.
Thank you very much, Matt. And as the laps wind down, that's Paul Ellis in front.
Yeah, he rides for Bianchi Grand Performance, a pro team based out of Minnesota. And they're great road riders, and he's trying to attack right now, but as you can see, the field has caught him, and they are once again together.
The field looks like they're recuperating from that hot spot sprint.
Yeah, you know what? That's exactly what they're doing, Mitch. They're catching their breath after that big effort for hot spot sprint number 1. But they've got to watch the strong riders. It's an opportune moment for the strong riders to attack.
We'll catch our breath and be right back.
Special Events Management presents the 2006 Alexian Brothers International Cycling Classic Tour of Elk Grove. Today's program is brought to you by Alexian Brothers, Elk Grove Village, Gullo International Development, the State of Illinois, and National City.
Welcome back to the Alexian Brothers Tour of Elk Grove. With 19 laps to go, we've got a hot spot sprint on the horizon, and that's Dustin McBurn with the lead at the moment.
Yeah, and Dustin is an underdog in this star-studded field. He rides for the Target training team, trying to break away. You can see the field closely behind him.
Dustin all alone, but if you can see right now, the pack appears to be pushing the tempo and closing in.
Leading the charge, that is Gustavo Artacho of Argentina. He rides for Colavita Sutter Home. Boy, what an international field we've got here. Riders from over 15 nations from around the globe.
That's Ben Jacquemain and Johnny Sunt now passing McBurn to take over the lead.
Yeah, Jacquemain riding Kodak Gallery, Sierra Nevada. Sunt riding for Priority Health Team. Look at this, Johnny Sunt is now all alone. Johnny Sunt wants to try to win this second hot spot by himself.
When you talk about strategy during a race like this, how do you gear it around the hot spot sprints?
Well, you know what? If you have the speed, as we look at Jamil Dinesh riding for Wheel and Sprocket, all the riders trying to get in a position of advantage for this second hot spot sprint, which simply means bonus cash. But what you do is if you are a sprinter and you have the leg speed, you want to be in the top 5, 6, 7 positions. You've got breakaway riders, Ironmen, who don't have the speed, and they look to attack the field right after that big effort for a hot spot sprint.
And the sprint is on.
And there's your winner, Emil Abraham of Trinidad Tobago, the AEG Toshiba team. But the big news there is that in second place, picking up 5 points for second, is Brad Huff. So Abraham picks up 7 points for first, Huff 5 for second, and Brad Huff, the American of TIAA Cref, is now the leader in the hot spot sprint competition with 1 sprint remaining.
Coming out of the pack, Hilton Clark in blue is beginning to make a move. He's got his eye on the prize, as does the mayor of Elk Grove Village, Craig Johnson.
Well, when it first came up was to be part of our 50th anniversary. It was going to be a one-time event, but it took off with so much momentum so fast. We said, you know what? Elk Grove can be known for cycling world as the Tour of Elk Grove, sponsored by our good friends Alexian Brothers. So as it's growing, it's now taken on its life its own, where we're now going to be known year after year with bigger prize money coming, more stages coming, as one of the premier events in the world. And it's just something that's fed upon itself. And I think partly that's due because of the response we got from our residents, from our businesses, and more importantly, from the cyclists. They love it, they love what we're doing, and they want to help us build this into a premier event year after year.
We are coming up to the mid-race preem worth $7,500. They're battling elbow to elbow. Here they are winding through the turn. It is Hayden Godfrey, Team Monex, the Kiwi from New Zealand, pockets $7,500. His coach, the Italian Roberto Gaggioli, has got to be smiling right now.
That's not the only money given out. There's a lot of cash to be had, including right here in the third hot sprint.
There it is, and it's Hilton Clark, the great Aussie from the Navigator team, picks up hot spot sprint number 3. But a lot of importance on the pack sprinting here. Brad Huff is leading the competition. Can Huff pick up another point? Here comes the field winding through the turn. We're looking, and it is the blue jersey, TIAA Kref. Brad Huff, the American, is the winner of the overall hotspot sprint competition. This young American has never won $7,500 before. He's got to be extremely happy.
Oh, look at it. He exerted all the energy to get that money, comes away with a nice check at that. Of course, you have to talk about the big difference between his position and these 4 horsemen.
Well, you know what? This is the most critical part of this bike race. There's Christian Vandevelde, hometown hero out of Chicago. Fresh from the Tour de France, he finished 24th. What a great year he's had. Vandevelde swings off, and now Ivan Stevic, the Serb champion. There's Hilton Clark, the Aussie, and Dave McCook of the USA. 4 riders in a break, an international breakaway, 2 Americans, an Aussie, and a Serb.
What are they thinking in the field right now?
Well, right now, there's some riders trying to chase that powerful breakaway up the road, but they've got teammates. The riders in the break have teammates trying to slow down the chase, something called blocking.
Christian Vandevelde may have foreshadowed this breakaway when we talked to him before the race. Here he is now.
I'm just going to try to take care of myself and stay safe. But there could be a breakaway that goes long here, and I mean, I hope that doesn't happen because the sprint's really cool to see. But I think there'll be, it's unknown. It's a potluck dinner tonight for sure.
And the field has to be getting a bit nervous about these 4 guys up front.
They absolutely are. That is a powerful breakaway. The fearsome foursome, Hilton Clark, Ivan Stevic, Dave McCook, and the hero from the Tour de France, Chicagoan, Christian Vandevelde of the CSC team.
The race is winding down, but we've got plenty of action to come. We'll see if these 4 horsemen can hold off this group coming around the bend as we come right back on Comcast Sportsnet. You're watching the Alexian Brothers Tour of Elk Grove. Welcome back to the 2006 Alexian Brothers Tour of Elk Grove with 2 laps to go. The same familiar 4 faces are up front.
Oh, a lot of horsepower. You can call them the fearsome foursome, the 4 horsemen, but Hilton Clark, Australia, Ivan Stevic, Serbia, and the 2 Americans, Dave McCook, and the local hero, Christian Vandevelde of Team CSC. Look at this, Mitch. 2 riders trying to bridge the gap. Good luck to those guys. They're in limbo. They're between the breakaway in the front, the 4 guys, and the field coming by right now.
It's quite a lead, and you know, this is the feature event. By in no means is it the only event over the 2 days here in Elk Grove Village.
What a week it has been in Elk Grove Village. It's consisted of 2 days of events, 14 races from the grassroots and the youngest kids down to the masters, the oldies but goodies of bike racing. $153,000 total prizes over 2 days. You got to take your hats off to the heart and soul of this event. The Elk Grove Village officials, the mayor, and the village trustees have done an amazing job.
That is definitely right. And here now it's become a 2-man race as Christian Vandevelde and Hilton Clark have pulled away from the foursome.
Yes, there's the strength right now. The 2 human motors. Look at this picture. Christian Vandevelde, Hilton Clark. You won't see guys that look any smoother on a bicycle. A couple of great bike racers. They dropped the other 2 breakaway companions who were hurting, Dave McCook and Ivan Stevic. Oh, what a position. Those guys were out there working for a while, but these are the guys. These are the stars right now. With 1 lap to go, Mitch, it's looking good for Christian Vandevelde and Hilton Clark.
Christian able to feed off of the crowd support. Definitely a lot of support here in his home area. Everyone cheering him on as the pack comes through. I got to believe that helps him. He can hear the fans applauding.
Absolutely. Look at this right now. He's tucked in behind Hilton Clark. Christian mentioned before the race, I've never had so many people around me, not this many around me in the Tour de France. Chicago came out, Chicagoland, to see their hero from the Tour de France, Christian Vande Velde. He's got a tough competitor he's riding with right now in Hilton Clark.
And Eddie, Hilton Clark is not going to back down. This is a cat and mouse race with he and Christian Vande Velde.
Yes, it's turned into a chess match. The two great breakaway riders here. Christian Vande Velde, a great road racer, tour rider. There he is looking back at the field leading, and the speedy Hilton Clark of the Navigators.
And those two men have quite an advantage. That's the race for your winner. Here's the race for third place. It's the pack.
Yes, but we're moments away from the finish right now. Who's going to be the winner of the inaugural Alexian Brothers Tour of Elk Grove? Coming up to the final turn, here they are. Hilton Clark, the Aussie of the Navigators, wins. Christian Vande Velde, Team CSC, the Chicago boy, in second.
And ahead of the pack, narrowly coming down the stretch, Gord Fraser, the veteran from Canada, takes third place. So it is Clark, Vande Velde, and Gord Fraser. Let's go to Eddie with our winner.
Well, the champion today of the Alexian Brothers Tour of Elk Grove Village, the inaugural event here. What an awesome pro race. The great Aussie of the Navigators, Hilton Clark. Hilton, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow. What an effort today. 4 of you in the breakaway. We watched you. It was you, Christian Vande Velde, Ivan Stevich, David McCook, and it was obvious that the 2 motors were you and Vande Velde. And you beat a local hero. You beat this great, great racer from the United States who had a great Tour de France. Your feelings on your win?
Oh, I'm so happy. While I'm in the States, I live in East Troy, just in Wisconsin, so I'm almost a local boy here now. So it's great just to drive down here a couple of hours and win the race. I'm stoked.
$25,000, young man. That's a lot of American money you're going to take to the land down under.
Yeah, it's great. We won Charlotte as well last week, which was 25 grand as well. So it's 50 grand in 1 week. So it's unbelievable.
It sounds like you're going to stay in America and race some more.
Oh, yeah, it's a lucky country, isn't it?
All right, buddy. Congratulations again, Hilton.
Thank you.
All right, Eddie, the first tour of Elk Grove went off better than anyone could have expected.
Absolutely, $100,000 prize purse, and on the podium, the top 3 from 3 different countries. Hilton Clark, the Australian champion, local hero, Christian Vande Velde of Chicago, the Tour de France hero, in second place, and in third place, the great Canadian Gord Fraser. There's never been, in my experience, an inaugural race of this magnitude. It'll be very special again next year, Mitch.
And we hope to see you next year. For Eddie Van Geis, I'm Mitch Robinson. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.